Hey everyone, I hope all is well with you guys. I apologize if there's some background noise. They're cleaning our office right now, but wanted to give you guys a quick update and also, I told you guys about some ADU exciting news that could happen, so we'll get into that. But yeah, really in the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'm gonna have a really good, grasp on some data points on where we're headed. We're getting a couple units vacant, and be able to spend some money and see what we can get for market rents. So I'll keep you posted on that. If you guys remember, this was a sheet I sent you guys so you could see the numbers. This was the upside one, so a little more realistic, still being aggressive. We had the rents to 1,400. We were getting $40 a month in rubs, and this was the returns. So it's still early, but I can kind of model what it's a little more looking like. And so this is the numbers as it stands today with like a 2-year plan of stabilization. And so I'll explain kind of what that looks like. Basically, you know, we're in a month or so, all the units will get a max rent increase, and not all of them, but excuse me, 14. So all the ones that we want to get into eventually. So they'll get a max increase. Some may leave, some may stay. If they stay, they're paying more rent, and we don't have to spend any money on their unit, which is great. We're getting one in a couple weeks, so throughout the year, maybe we get another five, and then same thing next year. We'll do the 7% again. Maybe we get six. Maybe that we don't, and then we don't spend money. But this is kind of what it's looking like. And with the rubs right now, I just have it as 25. Eventually this will be 40, and I also have it to where we'll get like half of that this year. Reason being is it's not smart to just do like full max rent increase and implement rubs. It's a lot of money that you're asking from your tenants all at once. And while yes, it makes sense, it could be cool to get empty units, and get them up to 1,400 at the same time. Like if they're gonna stay and not have to spend money, that's also cool too, right? Like an empty building um, is not the point of what we're doing. We want cash flow. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at right now, and we'll get some new data points. But so basically 3 weeks ago, someone approached me on what I was already kind of thinking about, and that's ADUs, accessory dwelling units. Think about just like it's like a granny flat outside of a house. California, very new thing as of last year. They're giving heavy incentives for property owners to go and build these things on their units. San Diego specifically is going like above and beyond what California even is allowing us to do. And it's basically kind of creating this brand new wild, wild west surge of get units on your property because it's just going to give you more value on the net worth, or excuse me, the worth of the property. So we're looking at adding some units here or here. I've been talking to 3 design teams, architects. They handle your permits and all that stuff. Still kind of some mixed feedback on can we get two, can we get four, whatever. I won't bore you with the details. But so in the next probably 2-3 months, if we go and execute this, we'll know for sure. Okay, and basically, part of this video is I want to. It's one of those things where yes, I can go ahead and make the decision to do this, but it's kind of like a big enough change from what the plan was going to be that I want everyone to be excited about it and kind of have your good graces to go and execute the plan. So I'll just show you now. If we do the ADUs and if we get four, this is what the new returns look like. Okay, and so obviously we're doing now. You're getting about 3 times on your money. This is almost 20% a year average ROI. That's like sick for real estate. Another huge bonus is like the earlier models had a refi in year 5 because we had these prepays in the first 4 years. With the ADUs, it is such that we can actually afford to pay a 1% prepay, take money out in year 3, and still have a property that's worth more than we projected with a higher return at the end of the deal. So that's awesome. This number is actually a little higher because in year 3 you're getting money back that's tax free, and you have 2 years to invest it and you make even more. that you weren't able to do before because we were taking money in year 5, right? So all in all, this is really cool. The question is now, how do we pay for it? I'll show you really quickly, basically what I'm conservatively modeling for. It's about a $700,000 job. The last thing I wanted to do was to ask for more money. So I basically have a way to accomplish this. So the money that we have will stay, and we won't need more, right now as far as a capital call. This is how we would pay for it is year 1 cash flow. I would hold about 100,000 worth of cash flow, and then it's kind of like a Tetris thing, with when this gets executed. But I would just get private financing for the rest of it, and then the rest we would actually have based on the money we remember I told you that there would be an excess, so we just keep the excess. We get a loan, and then we pay for it with some cash flow, and then that's how we pay for it. And again, it's the Tetris thing is like we want to time it to where the construction is done and it's all stabilized, and then year 3 or even year 4 we do our refi. We don't want it to be where we're paying for this loan for too long because we're paying interest. And basically for a year and a half is the extent to when I would have this loan in operation, right? Being paid for by our cash flow. The construction will probably take 6 to 9 months, so I'm basically giving us like double that time in the model to pay for it. But yeah, that's really it. I think, again, we'll get some more data points, but I think this is really cool stuff. If we're able to do it, we'll know, and by the way, so as far as executing with the design team, we're going to go and it'll probably, we'll spend maybe $1,000 to $3,000, at which point I'll know for sure what we can do. And some of that money will actually be refunded if for some reason we can't do 4, or if we can only do 2 and then we don't want to do 2. So it's not like we have to go and execute a whole bunch of spend to find out what we can do. And we'll know in the next, all the design processing, all that stuff will take a year. The permit with the city is the lengthiest part of that. It's like 6 months it could be just to get permits to start the construction, which would be in year 2. But yeah, I'm gonna send you guys this, and basically just let me know if there's a major reason why you wouldn't want to do this. I'm all ears. But again, I think this is like a super cool thing. This is why you do, with real estate, there's like these things that come up. Sometimes they're, headaches and you got to like spend money, and sometimes it's opportunistic, and this is a value add opportunistic that's going to make us more money in the short term and in the long term. Okay. Thanks for watching. Hit me up if you have any questions. If you want me to put in your exact number so I can show you what your returns are, no problem. And yeah, guys, talk soon.